We all take different paths in life, but no matter where we go, we take a little of each other everywhere. Tim McGraw. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Uncle Marv podcast. I am your host, Uncle Marv, and I am broadcasting from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 2 weekends after the lovely visit up to Satellite Beach, Melbourne Beach, where I participated in the Satellite High School 84, 85, and 86 reunion, July 16th through the 17th. And the 18th, if you stayed over and had breakfast Sunday morning at the Melbourne Beach oceanfront there. Lovely facility right on the beach. The wife loved it, and it was a fantastic time. I'm going to have some friends join me in just a few minutes, and we'll talk about that weekend. We'll recap some things. But before I do that, I want to make sure that I say my sincerest thanks to all the people that helped put the event together. Of course, most of you know the TNT combination. Tina Veltri, Tina Kakowski spearheaded a lot of this. I don't know all the committee members, but I'm going to try to mention as many as I can think of. I know that Laura Shoup Harley was part of that. Don Frappuccino Garnish was a member. Lisa Sanchez Litterini, Dave Hobiecat, Doc Diane Caminio, and I'm sure there were many others that I probably did not mention, and you'll correct me as the night goes on. But I want to say, folks, it was an outstanding weekend. And just Friday night alone, if that was all you had to judge the event by, then it was more than fantastic. We could not fit all of the attendees in the room that they had reserved for us. There was spillage over into the foyer, into the lobby. We probably made the other guests in the hotel feel a bit inadequate because we took over. And then, of course, Saturday night, the dinner event and the amazing band Cover Story rocked it out that night. It was fantastic. I got to say this. I thought I would have tons of time to hang out and chat and meet everybody there. Didn't do it. Couldn't make the time. There were so many people, and it was just that much trying to pack into one weekend. So we are going to have a little bit of a recap. I've got some people in the green room right now, and actually more people than I thought. So we're going to go in the order in which they showed up. And I am going to first bring on Angel Pacheco. Angel, how are you?
Hey, Morgan, I'm doing well. How are you?
I am doing good.
Yeah.
Have you recovered?
I have. I got my voice back after losing it Saturday night. Didn't realize it till Sunday morning when I went to say hello to somebody and it was a little gone, but it's come back.
Yeah.
Yep, we're doing good.
It's a lot of screaming and dancing and hollering. Well, of course, we had to talk over the band, and that DJ Friday night was a horror. So interesting enough as it was. All right, let me go ahead and bring in our next person. I call her Frappapart, and I don't even know how to pronounce her last name. It's Canton something. Renee, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing fine, and it's pronounced Catanzaro.
I'm never going to say it. Just so you know, you are Frappaport to me.
I was going to say, and I didn't know, I was thinking about that today, if you even knew how to say my maiden name ever, or, you know, kind of like you made up one for Dawn. I think you make up names for some people and they just stick, right?
Yes, that is something the wife chastises me about all the time. I make nicknames for my customers and stuff because it's an easy way to remember. That
Sure.
way I don't have to remember actual names. And of course, the nicknames usually, now in your case, probably not, but usually the nickname is representative of something they did or someone they look like or a TV character or a movie character, um, or an attitude. So
Mhm.
that's what I do.
Well, Angel, I have to tell you, I lost my voice as well, and I still feel like I'm hoarse. So obviously, it was a really good time.
Yeah.
um, but and the band was really great. But I think everything, we had, like you said, we had so many people on Friday night, and everybody was visiting, and it was, probably loud there, and then with the band and trying to communicate, we're all talkers, I guess. But I lost my voice as well. So.
All right. Before we get to some other people in the green room, I do want to let those of you know if you're watching live and you're trying to figure out how to get other people onto the show, if you're watching on YouTube, that's easy. Just send them the YouTube link. But if you're watching on the Facebook and they're not a member of the Facebook, then you need to send them over to the YouTube. And if you have trouble figuring that out, just send them to unclemarv.com/live. I try to make it easy for everybody there. And if you're looking here, that is the link, unclemarv.com/live. I can probably put that in the chat here so that if you are reaching out to family, friends, if you've got sisters and brothers that all of a sudden you're like, oh, they're doing a live thing. You got to see this. Hope I typed that right. Going into the chat now, unclemarv.com/live, and that will redirect you over to the YouTube link. And while you're there, well, not while you're there, because watch the show, but after the show, go to unclemarv.com and you'll see past episodes, both audio and visual, of the Uncle Marv podcast. Basically, it's my little hobby where I interview family, friends, and almost famous people, kind of like what we're doing here tonight. Sometimes a little bit more professional, sometimes less. So we'll see how the night goes. All right.
I'm gonna try to send this out real quick via text to a few people so that they can join us. I didn't see anything other than Elisa's note in regards to the event tonight, so I didn't know if you sent something out also, Mark.
I had to try to, keep it low key because the green room is piling up right now, so I have to be careful. I knew that this would be an all-out war. And since we're talking about piling up, let me go ahead and bring in some other people here. The Moisans.
Hi, guys.
I know I probably caught you. You weren't ready.
We weren't ready.
Oh, my goodness. That's why I put in the private chat. Be ready. You never know when that's going to happen.
I can't see that far. That's
at our age. Come on. Can't
oh, stop it. All right. Sorry, I had to look off to the right here. I got somebody else trying to get in. I had to give them the link there. So how are you guys doing?
We're good.
Yeah.
Still tired.
Yeah. Well, so let me get this straight. So you flew in to Orlando at like midnight on Friday, drove to Melbourne. We waited for you till 1 a.m.
That was really nice. We were surprised.
Very sweet.
I wasn't told we were waiting for you until like an hour later. And I'm like, why are we still here?
I know. We told a few people we weren't going to be able to get there to like 1:15 in the morning. And yeah, we had to cut a business trip short that Dan was on. We were in Utah. And then we got on the quickest flight out of there and tried to get back. So that was the best we could do.
It was
all right. Well, you did good. I mean, you made it. And Dan, you still made that 7 a.m. tea time the next day.
It was more like 9, but it felt pretty early. Yeah. And it was so oppressively hot. It's just awful. But we had a good time.
Yeah. And like I said, the next time you go golfing, you need to let me know.
I shall.
Who'd you golf with?
So some of the old golf team, which has not gotten any better. We're still all awful. Scott Kinder, Barry Mayhew, Tim Drobnick, Tim Colchin.
Okay.
Then we also played with Rob Graff and Scott and Susan Tate. Susan's maiden name when she was at Satellite was Schimmel, Sue Schimmel. So we had a lovely time.
Still don't know that. I should know her, I think, right?
Yeah, you'd recognize her in a second.
Okay. A lot of people like that. I recognize people's faces. I recognized hair. Didn't recognize names.
Give them a nickname. They're easy to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I couldn't read anyone's name tags the whole weekend. I couldn't see them. Not that they were lovely name
Yeah,
tags.
you've
I just
you've
didn't
said
see
that
them.
twice tonight. So you
Yeah.
need better contacts, I think.
I've got some eye issues going on.
Oh, well, speaking of one of your golf buddies, he is waiting in the green room as well. So we're going to get crowded on the screen real quick. Mr. Barry Mayhew. Hello, sir.
Hey.
Hey, how you guys doing tonight?
Good to see you.
Where
Absolutely.
are you at, Barry? Or is that a patio?
That's my patio. My wife and her daughter are busy doing some financial planning, so I thought I would come outside.
Financial planning.
Yeah, college 529s, stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, we're all at that age, right? Kids should be going off to school. Or
It's
out already.
disturbing. It's way disturbing.
Barry, you made it home okay.
Yeah, I couldn't talk for 4 days. I actually didn't go to work Monday because nobody could have heard me.
What were you guys? Was it all because of the band and the DJ that you guys couldn't keep your voices?
And Marvin, it wasn't anything you guys did. It was Lou's Blues and occasionally over the dance music, we were all shouting at each other and I'm just getting too damn old for that.
Yeah, you didn't see me on the dance floor, you noticed, right?
But you look good.
Well, that goes without saying.
Barry, what happened with your winnings?
I think I have $20 left.
Wow. So for those that don't know, Barry Mayhew won was it the first night?
Second night,
The second
$500.
night.
Yeah.
50-50 raffle, $500.
Nice.
Yep. The VIG from Patty was difficult, but I was more than happy to share it.
All right. I know I'm rushing through here, but I got one other person in the green room. I want to make sure I get them on in case they have to bolt. And let's just say this. If you're somebody who knows me and I don't know you, and you know that I don't know you, this person had the best introduction of the whole night. And I was very happy that she did it the way that she did.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi.
I'm great.
This is Sandy Lindsay. What's the last name?
Lindsay was my
Johnson.
high school last name. Johnson.
Okay.
Yes.
And I didn't know you, right?
No. I
But
knew
who did
you. I knew
you?
of you, but because you were popular.
Stop it. Stop it.
You were
He
the
was the
most
man.
popular person
No,
I know
I'll
of.
tell you exactly what it was. It was the same thing that happened that weekend. How many black people were there?
I think you were it.
I
Wait,
was
you're
it.
black?
You were it.
I'm sorry, the eyesight's so bad.
Wow.
Well, Sandy, thank you very much for that. Now, your sister was
Susan Lindsay, she was 87.
okay, and you were
84.
okay. So I think we have everyone represented here. 84, 85, of course, is me and Barry, the
Yep.
Moisans, Angel, and Frappaport. You are 86, right?
Yes, that is correct.
All right, but you know everybody. How is it that you knew just about every person at the reunion, no matter what class they were in?
Are you talking to me? Oh, no, not me. Sorry. Sorry.
Are you talking to me, Marv?
I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you.
So I guess it was because my neighbors and the people that I kind of grew up around were probably mostly a couple years ahead of me. And so therefore, by association with them and their friends,
That's who
I
you hung
tended
out with.
to kind of run, I guess, with a little bit older crowd myself, and was kind of dual enrolled at high school and BCC at the same time. So that might have been something of it. But yeah, I had a good mix of friends. And to be honest, I was quite happy to see ones that were even, after us, 87. Maybe even there were some 88s. I'm not sure, but
Yeah, there were some
there were
people
some
crashing.
people. There were some people that I didn't realize were actually younger, because I must have had a class or two with them at some point, and I always just assumed they were in our grade, and they weren't. Or some of those boys that play on the varsity when they're younger, you kind of maybe assume they're a little bit older. So good mix of people. It was great to have the multi-class reunion. I enjoyed it.
All right.
I loved it. It was great.
It was.
All right. Well,
Great.
let's quickly go around and talk about what was the one thing that you remember most from that weekend, or that you loved the most. Angel? Are you with us still, Angel?
Well, yeah, I'm still here. It was overall experience. I loved every bit of it. Every time I can get together with my friends that I don't see that often, many in 20 years, that showed up. I mean, I revel in it. I absolutely love seeing my friends from high school. I had a good high school experience, and just going back to that, it always just brings back a lot of great memories. So for me, it's just like overall, not one particular thing, but just everything of it. And I just wish it lasted a little bit longer.
Yes. All right. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next. One of the things I enjoyed that I hadn't done in years was to be down on the beach with everybody. That used to be kind of a staple of our lives. Sometimes you could see the waves, and people would head out to the beach a little early. But to be together in a group like that again was fun. And I'm so thankful of the gentleman that brought the tents, because I'm fair and burn very easily. So I wouldn't have been able to enjoy it at all had they not. But just being able to sit and just kind of have everybody interact, and then up by the pool, and that was a nice addition to the weekend, and I guess a luxury for me, because I splurged and shared a room there with someone, so it allowed me to do that maybe I wouldn't have done otherwise.
All right. We'll just go around the horn here. Sandy?
I agree with Renee.
Go ahead.
I love Saturday and just the beach and hanging out at the pool and relaxing. I like just seeing everyone casually. I love that part of it. It was fun. And then we all got dressed up and came and ate food. So and drank a little. It couldn't get any much better. So it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd say Saturday for me too. I mean, there wasn't any.
You guys were only there Saturday.
Yeah.
We went to other reunions for Friday night.
Technically, Friday night's greeting was Saturday morning, so you're right. We were only there one
Yep.
day, but
Mhm.
no, I mean, there wasn't any part of it I didn't enjoy. But it's always nice to catch up with my old golf buddies, and hadn't played golf with Rob or Scott in long time. It's nice to be able to catch up a little bit, and then to cool down in that pool after that, your heat stroke, and just chit chat with people about how things were going was very refreshing. I really enjoyed that.
It wasn't a bad thing to have the cabana bar there either, and friends that were willing to bring them over in trays while we were in the pool. That was a highlight.
Yeah. All right. Sandra?
My turn?
Yep.
I agree with everything everybody said. Angel, the part that I loved was just being around everyone. And I just, it's kind of sad to me that I only get to see these people every, decade or once a decade maybe, because I just had the time of my life at the reunion, and I can't wait for the next one. And I loved being out on the dance floor. I was out there a lot. And that wasn't me in high school. So I've come out of my shell since I've gotten old, and I had the best time. The band was good. The music was good. And, but my favorite thing was just seeing people that I hadn't seen in a long time. And I realized, gosh, these people turned out awesome. Like in high school, how people are, how we were. I'm a high school teacher, and it gives me hope for the future that my students will actually turn out pretty awesome, because I think all the people there they're just great people, and I loved being with them. So
All right, Mr. Mayhew.
I'm going to be a little nostalgic here. It's not really my way, but I'll just go straight to it. Obviously, seeing everybody is a wonderful thing, but it is the reconnection for those close friends that you don't, and I live away, still have not returned back to the lovely state of Florida. It is the reconnection that I experience each and every time we have one of these. And I guess this was the fourth or fifth one. And it's so validating because instantly, when you get face to face with that old bud, male, female, it's irrelevant. And you realize that while 40 years has passed, or 36 years has passed, nothing's really changed.
Mm-hmm.
That is, it hits me hard, and it gives me a feeling that those friendships were absolutely genuine. And so I love that. I absolutely love that. And then secondarily, just real quick, I will say this. It is absolutely amazing to me how many of this class have gone on to go do whatever it is that they do in differing degrees of success. But one of the things that I'm seeing as a massive trend now is they're all coming home. And that tells me clearly that is the place to live and be. And that's what I plan to do in retirement. So.
Yeah, come on down, man. It doesn't suck.
Oh,
Good job, Barry.
Well, I can tell you that even though I didn't have a ton of time to chat with everybody, one of the things that I got out of this reunion, I mean, I kind of got it in other reunions, but more so this one, that I was able to see people from other classes that, came up to me and said, you know what? I didn't have any classes with you. We didn't do anything together, yada, yada. But, I paid attention to you and you were an inspiration, or you helped me do this and you didn't know it, or, you talk to this person and help them out, and that helped me. Stories like that, where you don't really know what impact you have on people around you, whether they're ahead of you or behind you or whatever. In our own class, we kind of see each other a little more often, but this was the first time that I actually got to hear people, ahead of me and behind me talk about the impact of something because of their siblings or their time and stuff like that. So that was neat.
Yeah.
All right. Who's chewing on something in the background there?
Not me.
Sounds like someone's clicking on a keyboard.
Typing. Someone's typing.
Oh,
Angel.
can't stop working, can we?
Nope. I got nothing
That
in front of me.
That interest rate is creeping up, isn't it? People are trying to lock in that rate before another point goes up.
Well, it started coming back down the last month or so. But yeah, I mean, we're still at historic lows. We're still there.
All right.
So there's not time to take advantage of it before it creeps back up again. We lost it for a few months starting in February, but the last month we've starting to come back down.
All right. So is it weird that my bank that has my mortgage is calling me to ask me to refinance with them? Aren't they going to lose money if I refinance to a lower rate?
Yeah, you think
It's
so?
possible, but they run the fear of you running off. So
That's
then you
right.
might go out
Oh, yeah.
elsewhere. So they want to try and keep you.
Okay, that makes sense because I was going to
Yes.
look elsewhere. I was going to go online to what is it, Rocket Mortgage, and there's a new one out there. I was going to look at one of those too. So. All right. Well, this isn't going to be a financial show, so let's get back to satellite. How we're it was. I'm trying to think of what else. So, of course, now I'm going to tell you guys. The committee did a fantastic job. If you've got any comments that you want to say about the committee in a negative way, not here. I will boot you from the show. But it
Don't
was.
have anything. Don't have anything negative to say.
Hey, Marvin, the one thing I wanted to say was they really did a great job, but I don't know, probably if you think about it, everyone would realize this, but it wasn't just a year that they planned this. Because of COVID, this entire thing got canceled. They've been dealing and working with this for over 2 years. So they really have, they did a lot. That committee worked really hard.
Yeah.
And
Kudos to the whole group. They did a phenomenal job and didn't hear anything but such positivity about, all that was done.
Yes.
And just to let you know, I did reach out to both T and T and was not able to do anything. As a matter of fact, Tina Kikowski has a friend that is dealing with a medical issue, which is why she could not come on. And the person has had 2 major life incidents in the last month. So Tina, we wish you and your friend well. Tina is helping this person tonight. That's why she couldn't come on. But prayers and wishes out to that friend and hope that all is well with that. So, but I did reach out to them and to see if they could be on, but obviously was not. So,
well, I just hope I hope they got some rest because they need. I don't know how they did it all. I felt bad. They never got to sit down. They never got to enjoy like the rest of us did. So they worked the whole weekend. We all got to enjoy and play, and they worked their tails off. So
I don't even think they ate. I had a couple of the girls swapping out seats sitting next to me for dinner, and the minute one would put something in their mouth, they'd get called up to do something else, and it was kind of like hit or miss for them. So
yeah.
I'll give you one downside. Sunday, it's just tough when it's over. And I was driving back to Orlando to the airport, and I really felt sad for about 30 minutes, knowing that it would be years before we get to do that again. And so, but the committee, they were a bunch of rock stars. They really are.
Yeah.
Well, Barry, if you move back to the beach, there's a crew that does this every weekend, I think.
Yeah,
right?
I got to lose. You'll find your chart at Lose.
I don't know if I can hang out at Lou's every week.
Yeah, right?
We're getting a little old for that.
I live in Orlando. I'm pretty close. So I guess I need to be getting together with some people. I didn't know that people met up. I guess I need to find out a little more about that.
You need to road trip over and put those dancing shoes on.
That's right.
You look like you need some cut and loose time.
We used to do Renee. You came to a couple of them when we did it at doubles. We would all get together.
Yeah, and I think sometimes it just for me and Elise, we're both here in the Atlanta area, and it's kind of turned out that our children tend to have the same school holidays, and we would both end up being in town, and depending on when that holiday was, other people would be in town, and we try to do a little bit of impromptus. Doubles. We actually had a kind of an unofficial, reunion one time at Squid Lips. So I think, and then there's the regulars that go to grills, I think every Friday night. So if you're ever in town or, drive over, you'll probably find somebody there, Sandra.
Okay. Where is it again? What is it?
It's Grills Riverside.
Okay.
And there's usually something every Thanksgiving. Someone puts something together.
Oh, wow.
In the area.
That's good to know.
And I think that's right, Kelly. The one time at Squid Lips ended up being like that Thanksgiving, holiday, and a lot of people were in town. So therefore, a lot of people came together.
Wow. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you.
All right.
Yes.
So Barry dropped off while we were in the midst of that. So I'm going to bring him back in. And also at the same time, we're going to crowd up the screen even more. Roth Tedeschi is in the house. Elise, how are you?
Hey, Elise.
Hi, Elise.
And Elise, everybody should know, the Friday before the reunion, she was over in Tampa getting another wonderful, positive, clean, negative, cancer-free scan.
Yay.
Yay.
Awesome.
Hey, congrats.
It doesn't get old.
No. Never will get old.
Oh my.
Gosh.
So, by the way, I should say that there's a lot of people in the chat and they're saying stuff and asking questions. We'll try to get back to them, but I've got people on the screen here. So, at least I don't know if you were watching before you hopped in, but we were talking about what a great weekend it was and talking about what was enjoyed the most, what they loved the most. Any thoughts?
I thought it was fun. I felt like I didn't get to see everyone, which I hated. You know, I got in some seriously deep conversations, which is great. But I don't know. I would say overall, I thought it was really fun, and I think, I joke, like, part of the fun was Carol Sanders, Quincy, which is really kind of Carol Sanders. Anyways, she came over my house and got ready, and then Lynn Tuning came over my house as well, and I felt like I had more quality time with them doing that. I think the pool was fun because there wasn't as many people.
Mhm.
But and I hated the fact that there were so many people Friday and so many people Saturday. Like there were so many people on Friday that didn't come Saturday. So
Well, it was cheaper.
Yeah.
I know, and you kind of think about, like, maybe that's a thought of, like, because did anyone really eat? I mean,
I did, and it was awesome. It was delicious. I loved it.
Yeah, but I agree, Elise. I think that there were people that I might have saw from a distance that I had hoped to get to and thought that I might see them the next day, and then they weren't there. And so that was somewhat disappointing.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people kind of like that more casual environment to come Friday night. So
I have to say the most impressive thing was that photo booth. That was amazing. That was so fun. I think
Laura did such a great job on that, and all the props were amazing.
I mean,
top shelf. I mean, everything.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
That was good. That was good. So I think the estimates were between 250 and 270 people on Friday, crammed into a room that should only hold 70.
And it was hot in there, guys.
It was
I was struggling.
It was hot.
And I think the funniest thing, though, I have to say, was, like, trying to look at those numbers. The raffle numbers, like we're all older. No one could see that.
And it was dark and they were small.
Yeah.
Kelly mentioned that a couple of times before you got on, Elise, that she was having a hard time with the name tags too.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's funny.
All right. I don't know. Angel keeps dropping in and out, so he's in the green room right now. And we did have somebody else hop in the green room, but now they're gone. So if somebody else hops on, the screen will get even more crowded, just so that you know. And then I'm hopping over to the Facebook page because everybody's hopping on over there too. So I should probably put links in that if you are a part of those years, 84, 85, 86, there is the link for that Facebook page. I've got it on screen for those of you that are able to view live. And let me run over to the chat here and I'll put this in. If you're not on the Facebook, look, too bad, get on. I got on. The whole reason I got on was to keep up with reunions because I was not on the social media for a very long time. I came out of hiding in 2013. All
This
right.
is Facebook for good.
What was that?
This is Facebook for good.
Facebook
Just
for
skip
good.
the election years. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Angel's back. Angel,
Yes. Don't know
what are you
what
on,
happened.
on Wi-Fi in,
Yes,
the, in
sir.
the garage? Is that what's happening?
He's asking where you kept going.
No, just
Just
I don't
more
know.
Wi-Fi.
it just kept dropping. It dropped me twice. I don't know why.
Isn't there like a tech guy
I'm
that
not
you
on
know
Wi-Fi. I'm
up
on
there?
the LTE. It's on the top right of the phone.
LTE.
Oh, you're on your phone?
I'm using.
That's
I'm
why
Down
using
goes
my phone.
Angel.
off, because that's, you know.
He just criticized his phone. He's out.
Yeah, apparently he didn't pay that internet bill.
Didn't make the switch to Verizon. Can you hear me now?
Do you guys wonder? Do you kind of wish we had phones in high school when we were in high school?
No.
No,
No.
no.
I agree. I kind of agree.
I
Why would you
wanted
even
no
ask such a thing?
documentation of my actions in high school.
I think I
Yep.
have teenagers. My youngest now is 17, and I think that it can make it a lot harder today when you're
I
aware
agree.
that you're not part of something, and that kind of thing, and everything's
Yeah.
published, and it can be a challenge.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, but-
I think the wild thing is the fact that we always knew where parties were, where everyone was going to be.
Without the phone.
And everybody was invited.
Yeah, well, for sure. But it was like we did all that without phones or
Without.
email.
Yes, because my kids are like, "How did you ever live without cell phone technology?" But I'm like,
I
I
mean,
don't know, but we did somehow. We did it.
We
So,
talked to each other. It was
Yes.
scary.
yeah.
We got on the
Face-
bike and we rode over, right?
Face
And
to
you know what
face,
else?
we rode bikes.
And you know what
Oh,
else we
yeah.
did? We wrote notes in school, passed notes to each. We gave notes to each other. At least I did.
Illegible cursive.
Longhand, yeah.
Yeah, cursive, right?
Cursive.
Which they're not teaching anymore, Dan. You bring up a
I
good point.
know.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, it looks like Angel's back, and the one I dubbed Mr. Satellite Beach, the one person who motivated me in all of my years, Nino Federico.
Video.
Oh,
Hey guys,
I knew you.
What's up, Nino?
what's going on? I've been watching. I agree with everything everybody said. Way to go for the people on the committee. They did
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So good time. Good to see some of you folks.
A lot of work.
Yep, Sandy,
Okay,
what
I'm
did
gonna
you say
say-
that you said you knew
Oh,
Nino?
I said, Nino, I know you. I knew you in high school. You didn't know me. See, I knew everybody. I knew everybody, who everybody was, but nobody knew who I was. So just, but I remember you.
Well, thank you for saying that because
Yeah.
I thought it was just my memory that was the problem, but apparently that's not the case.
No.
Although it is a problem in a lot of other situations, just not this one.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad you had fun.
It was so fun.
All right.
So what about you, Nino? Did you lose your voice too?
Yes, a little bit. Well, I didn't lose it, but I was feeling some scratchiness, in the throat on Sunday, and it was a little bit tougher to speak. But yeah, I guess that was probably from Friday night with all the,
Yeah.
there was a lot of talking going on. So, and then maybe Saturday because you're trying to talk over the band.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That part a little bit. But
Yeah.
so that could have been it. I want to tell you, on Saturday morning or Friday night, I guess it was, I somehow became part of the Dan and Kelly welcoming committee. I had no idea that's why people were standing down, hanging out down there. I thought, hey, I'm going to go over there and say hello, chat. The next thing you know, Dan and Kelly show up, and then everybody went to bed. Oh, I guess I was
You
part
want
of
a party?
I didn't realize that.
That's how it works.
Yeah, Nino, they know how to make an entrance, but they can't keep the crowd like Marvin can.
No staying power really with them at all.
Going back to the cell phone comment, Lisa Casey Lemons wrote, "So glad we were not tethered to phones or social media in our days." Absolutely.
Yeah.
There is can you imagine the stuff that we would not have been able to get away with because of those things?
Oh my God.
Yes.
As
Our
I said,
parents-
no documentation, man. I wanted no
Yeah.
documentation.
Our parents actually had to come looking for us.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
And
I mean,
now,
I think about like
yeah.
our kids' grades get emailed to us, and we can go online anytime. We get a notification when they're late. I mean, my parents would be getting notifications all the time. He's late. She's late. She's late. She's late.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some things don't change, Lise.
I know. It's just because I'm optimistic, thinking I have enough time to do this, this, and this.
That's one more thing, fitting it in. Living life to the fullest.
Yep. Yeah.
So, speaking of technology and the things that the kids are doing today, we had arcades that we went to
Yeah, we did.
where we played. Can't remember half the games. You know, Pac-Man,
Pac-Man,
Centipede.
Frogger,
Centipede.
Frog. No. Yeah.
Time
Frogger
Zone,
out
which
there?
was also known as Crime Zone. Time Zone and Great Escape was closer down by me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird because my parents like that because we go out of the house and leave them alone.
Yeah.
And when our kids were coming up, we liked the video games on the TV because they didn't have to go anywhere. They could still play with their friends. We didn't have to have any of their little friends over wrecking
Yeah.
around.
We had a
Yep.
pinball machine in our house.
Cool.
Oh.
Oh,
You were always part of the cool
we
crew.
were fancy.
Very nice.
Yeah, see, I was. I'll show my old fashionedness. Yeah, old fashionedism. We had a pool table and a ping pong table, and that turned out to be a big recreational event for all of us.
Oh yeah, remember
We
the
used to have
dogs
pool
playing poker?
tournaments. Yeah, and poker. Yep.
That little stubby cue you had that was the wall was too close to the table.
It's all coming in, isn't it? Yep, it's coming back. But it was good times.
It was.
Have you guys been in touch with Chris McKett? Like, I haven't seen him in forever, but I mean, I would assume that he would have been there.
He lives up with you, girl.
I know.
Yeah.
He's
No,
in
my
touch.
wife's connected with his wife on Facebook, but that's about all I know.
Who? What?
I'm not on there very often. Niket,
Oh, Kelly, you're not in trouble. Don't.
Yeah.
they had two very handsome sons that are grown. I know that.
Oh, why weren't they there?
No, just so they
I wasn't Chris there. Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't talk to them about it.
I reached out to Mr.
I
Niket
tried
once.
to reach out to him about to see if he was coming, but
I don't think he's on the Facebook that much.
No.
No.
No. Yeah, he's on it.
Marvin, did you say the Facebook?
Yes, I did.
That just sounds like an old person, you know?
No,
My
that's
kids
that's
would laugh
the
at me.
original name. It was called the Facebook.
It was? Oh my gosh,
Yes.
I didn't know that. Okay. Because if
Marv
I
is
said
an old
that,
person.
my kids
Yeah,
would
what-
laugh. Like,
What
At least I'm
Marvin
not-
isn't telling you is you didn't want to be on Facebook at that time. It wasn't good.
You didn't want to be on the www.
So if we're gonna be
World.
old, you guys want to compare medications,
oh gosh.
plan about the government or something like that?
No.
We're all on something.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
do you have
Nina.
medicated toothpaste yet?
Nino,
Yes.
on Saturday when we left you in the lobby, you were waiting for Angel to come back. Did you wait?
Oh
He was
no,
waiting. He was waiting for anybody.
no, that didn't. I went ahead and left because if I would have stayed there for a couple of minutes, I would have just fallen right to sleep.
Did you leave a beer for him when you?
No,
left?
I didn't, but I should have. That would have been very
No.
cool if I would have just left one sitting there.
I think some
then maybe
people
he would've-
waited for him.
I'm sorry. Somebody, well, Patty said she was there.
Yeah,
She was there talking with Laura, I guess.
yeah. Wait,
And
was
then-
Barry there? Did you wait, Barry?
No, I had enough, my lady, and I knew I'd see you both dark 30 minutes there.
Angel, are you
Did you
typing?
come in on Saturday?
What's
I
that?
only missed you guys by like 15 minutes.
What time did you come in Saturday night?
I didn't hear that.
Oh,
No, I say all you hear is like someone's typing the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Oh,
can still
from
hear typing.
Who's typing?
I don't know.
I
Can you
think
go
I
to
probably missed you
Lou's
guys
also?
by maybe 5-7 minutes. I went to lose and I came back and I found Patty, and she
Yeah.
was just leaving, and she said everyone left within the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So I just missed you guys.
We tried to wait.
It was better for us to have missed
Blues
you.
Blues was a lot of fun. A little loud though too.
Loud.
Woof.
Well,
Is that a
if
fun-
you would have come in there before I went to bed, then I would have stayed up for another 2 hours.
Wait.
So that's a fun place to go. I didn't make it over there. I didn't make
It'd have
it.
been rough the next morning.
Yeah, I bet. Is that a fun place to go? Never been.
It's an experience.
Okay.
Everybody should do it at least once.
Say.
I'll have to
Everybody
check
should
that
do it
out.
at least once.
Okay.
You should go with.
But you should be with a good, safe crowd, people
Yep.
that you've grown up
Oh,
with,
gosh.
that you know
Safe
will
crowd.
take care of you
Yes, people
and
that
protect you, because it
will
can be a
not leave you
little,
behind.
yeah, it can be a little unruly, little unsavories might be there.
Okay.
Elise,
Okay.
we should have taken a picture of you
Sometimes, yeah.
going to lose.
At Lose Blues.
No, on your way there with your shopping bag. It looked like you
Yes.
Oh my god, I know.
Oh.
Yes.
bought from Walmart.
I felt like the bag lady.
Without the cart.
And by the way, I totally snuck in with those bags, and so I put them like behind someone's chair, like Patty Morris's chair. I kind of put it behind there, and then I look back and they're like gone. So I go to the security guy. I'm like, hey, I've got a bag in here because we were at an event and blah blah blah, you know. And he ends up, he's like, oh, it's probably behind the bar. So I go to he brings me over to the bar, and the guy's like, hey, you have that bag, whatever. And then the bartender totally yelled at me because he goes, there's a bottle of alcohol in there. I'm like, I want it. I go, I promise you, I would never drink that here. I didn't have anything. I wasn't drinking anything at that point. I was like, I'm so sorry. And he's like, ugh. He was so mad.
Yeah, I'm sure he's never heard that before. I won't drink any of it in here.
Yeah.
I know. But all I can think of is like, thank God I'm married, and thank God I'm not there looking for a man.
Yeah.
You mean like an 80 or 90-year-old man? Oh my gosh, the age keeps getting older. It's amazing the people that still are out at Lou's at night.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How long has that place been there?
Too long.
It was there well before us,
You
but it was known as
called
something
Dragon
else
Ladies.
before. Yeah,
What was it called?
Dragon Ladies, and it was not what it once was.
Okay.
Dragon Ladies and what else?
So it really wasn't a Chinese restaurant?
Well, the first floor was, but I told
I
the
think they
second
served
floor was
Chinese
something
food.
else.
It was no SBI.
No.
Yeah.
So, Frappaport and Roth, are there any plans for your reunion? Did you guys just combine with us, or
So
were you guys going to do something separate?
no, I made the call. I made the call to Tina and said, hey, since it's technically our year, and I know you're already doing this, why don't we join you guys? Because we love you guys. And she was like, okay. And then I go, and you should invite 84 too, because that would be super fun. And she's like, we were actually talking about that. So with actually from this one, because I think so many people had so much fun, they're
Yeah.
talking about doing a 5-year span. It'd be really fun.
Good.
So
Might be a bit much.
We should.
Well, I think
Definitely not
each year
gonna be-
you kind of get a little bit less and less that kind of come out.
Yes, I agree with that.
So if you look at the actual class sizes of the pictures, Marv,
This was the
they're
worst.
kind of small. I was surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. You could be attending reunions every year if every year expanded to 5 years.
Hmm.
You'd be going every year if you were
That
in a
sounds
position to
great
go.
me. I'm all for it.
All right, you little
I
Miss
think we should
Dancing
do it.
Queen.
A satellite Scorp cruise. Wouldn't that be fun?
Oh, that would be fun.
Like
Yeah.
rock boat, but
Oh,
it's
yeah.
scorpion boat.
Sandy, did you just like reincarnate yourself or something where like you're ready to go and party and hang out? What the rest of
I
us are
am.
slowing down.
I'm just starting to have fun. I mean, I don't want to talk about personal things, but yeah. So, my kids are grown and I'm single now. So, I'm just
right.
enjoying life.
Enough
now.
said. That's all we needed to hear.
I'm not a wild or crazy person. I'm just enjoying my life. So
Good for you.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I got nothing to add to that conversation. I am
So
happily
Sandra,
married.
was there a group of people there that you were close with in high school that you reconnected with?
Yes. Yeah. There were a good number. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. It was
I believe
great.
one's in the chat now. Mr. Andrew Drescher.
What? Oh,
Andy.
wait, are you in you're Andrew in the top corner there?
No, in the chat.
In the chat? Oh,
No, he's not really
All right.
doesn't look
Do we
like
need
him.
do we need to explain this video stuff to you, Sandy?
Yes, 'cause I'm not.
Technology and the
I'm
web.
not tacky at all. I'm not at all. Okay, so not Billy. I know Billy Drescher.
Okay. Well, his brother
Yeah.
Andrew is in the
Okay,
chat.
so I did know Billy. Yeah, saw him. Got to talk to him. Yeah, it was great.
He looks awesome. He looks the same.
He does. Some people really do look the same as they looked. It's amazing. And some people not so much, but that's okay. I mean, it's been a few years, so people, it change and they just get better with age, right?
Well, thank you.
We'll take it.
Aww.
better with age.
Kelly.
Dan, you did that on air, right?
Yeah.
Oh my
so-
gosh.
All right. So now that we have done that was probably the first official mass gathering that we have done, or at least I have done since COVID. I
Yeah.
made sure that I was vaccinated before I went there because the proximity alert that you guys did was just, ugh.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I was vaccinated. So how is the rest of the world happening for you guys now that we're reintegrating into society? You guys back to doing other normal things?
Well, my son just went to, he hasn't been able to really socialize since the whole COVID pandemic, and he just went away for a week, and so he's really excited to be with his friends, and so it's great for him. I'm happy.
That is good.
I'm happy that we were all able to get together. I actually was able to go to a funeral yesterday where I've been in a situation where we weren't able to celebrate the life of someone during this pandemic. So I'm enjoying getting back out and things getting a little bit more normalized in that way.
Yeah, that actually reminds me of the one thing that I did not like, which was that list. On that
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
page.
What was
It's
it?
longer. It's getting longer every time.
Yeah.
Just very sad.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Now I get what you were talking about.
Yeah. the list.
Sorry.
I would say that the reintegration in society is definitely slow. My return to work started last week late, and I was at work today for only the second time in 16 months for a full day, and it's still a ghost town. And I'm noticing that those that are there are very leery of one another. It's going to take some time to normalize, I think.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I'm thinking that we're going to be back in masks because I'm noticing places I'm going, they're starting up with the masks again. So I'm thinking, no, we just got through with that. No. So I think it might be creeping back. I don't know, but anyway.
All right,
Well-
Nino, how's the university? Because your town is, if there was something to gauge, it would happen in Orlando, right?
Well, it's difficult for me to say because I'm sitting at my work desk as we speak
Nice.
here in my bedroom, and I have been here since March of last year.
Mhm.
And now some of the people have gone back to work, but it's still in the building where I work, still very sparse with people. We're kind of inching our way back in. The only reason I'm not back is because they're redoing my office, so to make it so that 2 people can work in there, and so they said just stay home until we get that finished. So, and maybe in a few more weeks I'll be back in there. So I haven't really seen, I haven't heard anything from anybody about what's going on the campus. I think that they're supposed to be back to full capacity for the fall. So that will be interesting to see what happens. But I think Sandy might be right. I think we're going to start hearing more and more about stuff, where people are saying, you know what, we got to go back to practicing the social distancing like we were trying to do before, wearing masks where appropriate.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. It's really weird. This Delta variant is kind of a crazy thing. It's worse than the other one.
This.
I kind of wish more people would have been adhering to things earlier, because maybe we'd be past this.
Yeah.
But we aren't. What do we do? You can't drag people to the place and get vaccinated, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I know that my family's all vaccinated. We had the virus back in January, so we got as much protection as I guess we could have, aside from living in a bubble.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's what I feel like I did for 15 months.
I guess. Well, you didn't live in Florida.
Yeah.
No.
And you didn't live in Orlando or South Florida, because it is the worst down here.
There were some places I went, and it was like there was nothing. There was nobody doing anything. So
Yeah.
as far even during the middle of the worst part of it. So
Yeah.
All right. So let's do this. I know we're at the top of the hour. Some of you had said that you would not be able to hang out with us. So before we go, there are a lot of people watching. I'm assuming that this is going to be a video that people will go back and see over time. And I want to give people the opportunity to know who each one of you are, because it was interesting to have people come up to me and think, oh, you're DJing as a career. How's that going? And I'm like, no, I'm a computer guy. So why don't we quickly, and if Angel can stay on long enough when we get to him, we'll just go around the horn and not only tell everybody, who you are and what you did, and tell us what you're doing now and all that stuff. Give us a quick introduction. So we'll just start and go across the screen there. So Renee.
So Renee Spraypart was my maiden name. I was 86. After Satellite, I ended up in Orlando, where I met my husband, Vincent, at 18 years old. We've been together ever since. We have 6 children. We live in Atlanta, where I was originally born and raised before I moved to our small little beach town. My husband and I started an executive search company post-COVID, so in January. So that's what we do, and this is my home office. And he has an office in the basement, so we're home and working that way, and that's my story. Was that good, Marvin? I don't know what else you were looking for.
That was fine. That was fine. Dan, as she ran away.
Yeah. So our daughter called.
Okay.
Yeah. So Kelly and I've just been living here since 1993. I'm a partner in an independent financial planning firm, and the nest is empty, and life is good. Can't complain about anything too important. All first world problems, as they say.
Right.
Grateful for that.
Yeah. Upgrading the house. Yeah. Stuff like that.
Yeah,
right?
we did a little remodeling, but yeah.
Right.
Mostly it's just about, taking care of Kelly, making sure that all her
Aww.
Yeah.
and that she feels loved and adored every day of her life.
Why don't you kiss her again?
As he should.
All right, Roth.
I was Elise Roth. I'm now Elise Roth Tedeschi, just so you know. It's Italian.
The H is a K.
It's Italian. I don't know.
Okay,
Good answer, Elise. Good answer.
you're Roth.
I know my husband's actually he does not look Italian really in any way, but he is like 100% Italian.
Maybe Sicilian with the light eyes.
He is part Sicilian.
Yeah.
So I moved to Atlanta. I went to UF. I went to UCF. I moved to Atlanta in '92 and have never left. My parent, well, actually, my dad still lives in IHB. And I got married 20 years ago. Actually, at the O'Galley Yacht Club. That was really fun.
Nice.
And I do sales, marketing, PR, and and I beat stage 4 pancreatic cancer. I'm actually going back to writing my book because I don't have a job. So if any of you have contacts here in Atlanta, of course Renee and I have spoken a bunch, but I need a job. I'm over not working. I don't like being a taxi driver to my kids. Oh, and I have 2 boys. So.
All right, Barry.
Hey, okay, so Barry Mayhew, and to some of you, as Nino will attest, I was known as Eddie Munster, Ed. So if you saw my name tag, that's what I was trying to work on during the reunion, just to see if anybody know. Let's see, I'm class of 1985. After high school, I did a short stint at the University of Florida before joining the Air Force. I made that a 21 and a half year career where I retired back in 2009. And for 18 of those years, I flew on KC-135 as a in-flight refueling boom operator. So I was fortunate enough to be at 7 different locations throughout the Midwest and West United States, and hit 6 continents during all of my times all over the Air Force during active duty. At the very end, they deposited me in Dayton, Ohio, where I remain today. I've been here now 16 years. And I am a program manager where I spend all of your hard-earned money on buying airplanes for both the United States Air Force as well as foreign military friends of ours. So not very sexy, but it pays the bills. And 8 more years, man. 8 more years, I'll be back.
Back at the beach. Sandy.
I'm hoping to join you back there, Barry. I still live for the day that I want that tropical trail location. I want the sunrises on one side and the sunsets on the other. That would be my dream.
But you do get the river smell every so often.
Yeah, well, we're gonna think about just the pleasant views and.
But I'd be all for it. Trust me.
All right, Sandra.
My turn. Okay. Well, I graduated in '84. I was a band geek in high school, and my senior year I was drum major with Linda Schwichtenberg. We were drum major buddies. So after high school, I did not go to college. I went to cosmetology school, so I did hair for a few years. And then when I was 40, I decided I wanted to be a teacher. So I went to UCF, and now I'm teaching high school. And I teach the exceptional ed students, the kids that have learning disabilities that struggle to learn things. They all have different learning styles. So anyway, I work with those kids and I teach geometry. Very interesting job, trying to make kids know math when they don't want to know math, make them learn math. It's very stressful, but I'm in it because I love the kids, absolutely love them. And so I'm doing what I love to do, and I have 3 grown children, and yeah, so that's me.
Was that one that we saw you hugging a few minutes
Oh,
ago?
just now. He just left. Yeah, he was in the other room and he left. That's my youngest. And I do have to brag about my one. I have another son. I have 2 boys and a girl. My middle child is my son. He is in the United States Navy band. He's a trumpet player, and I have to brag about
Cool.
him every chance I get. So
All right.
Aw.
it's a
Congrats.
pretty cool job. Yeah. So
Sweet.
yeah.
All right, Mr. Satellite Beach.
Okay, I'm Nino, 85. Let's see. When I left Satellite, I went to UCF. Graduated from there with a degree in finance. Sorry, Dan, I don't do any finance. I've had a couple of jobs here and there. Worked for Martin Marietta and Lockheed Martin for a little while, and then the Boeing company. I worked over on the Space Coast for 15 years for the Boeing company, and then now I work at UCF. So I'm kind of back there doing export control stuff, making sure people don't give away the farm. Most people have no idea what I'm talking about. Barry does.
I do.
Right. So, or excuse me, Ed. Ed does know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so yeah, I got 3 daughters. My oldest is a senior this year, a junior, and then a 7th grader. Hence the gray beard. So yeah, just we've lived here in Orlando. I've lived here ever since I moved out of my house to come over here to go to school. I never moved back to Satellite Beach. I like going back to Satellite Beach and hanging out there. But I have a little bit more fun over here. I think it's mostly because a lot of the people that I went to college with still live here. So football season comes around, we have a lot of fun. I've been living in this house now for 19 years, and I like it. I don't really see myself moving. But yeah, it's right down the street from where I work, so that makes it a lot easier. Like I said, when I worked at Kennedy Space Center, I had to commute the whole way. So now I don't have to do that anymore. That's why I like it. Yeah, that's about it.
All right. Well, Angel, you may have to talk fast, but
Yeah, I'm going to talk that. Not sure why I keep dropping, but nonetheless, Angel Pacheco, class of 85. Pretty much been here my whole life since 3rd grade, moving here from North Dakota. Loved it here so much, never really wanted to go anywhere else. I just absolutely love it here. And I do mortgages. I help people finance a home purchase, help them with refinancing as well. I have my 2 sisters. Most people know Anna. I have a younger sister, Yvonne.
Well, there you go.
Well, we got the important part out.
The younger sister probably didn't want anybody to know anything about her, so she pulled the plug.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, he's trying. Hang on. He's coming back.
There he
here.
comes.
There he is.
And he's sideways.
There he is.
There he goes.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know why I keep dropping the signal.
Well, you said Anna's name, so she probably, you know.
Anna's
Cursed you
my
there.
sister. Most of you all know her. She was 1 year behind me. I've got a younger sister, Yvonne. She was 5 years behind. I don't have any kids, so I'm single, loving life, enjoying, just living every day and just meeting new people and making it out whenever I can, and just enjoying stuff like this with you guys. It just warms my heart to see you guys. Really good stuff.
Me too.
Sandra,
All right.
meet Angel. I mean, I love
Oh
Angel.
my God.
Elise, you're so funny. Hey, Elise and my sister are friends, by the way. And my sister knows everyone too, just like I do. So
All right. So you
Yeah.
guys can have a chat behind the scenes and work
Yes.
that out.
we talked at the reunion too. So
And I know her
Okay.
mom. Hang on.
So after hearing Angel talk and his spiel there, reminded me that it seemed like after we had breakfast and stuff on Sunday, and all you guys took off. Angel and I hung around at the hotel bar. Now he was drinking and I had enough, but we hung around there for probably 3 or 4 hours after everybody left. And I realized that afterwards that I think Angel and I have done that every reunion for the last 4 of them, and didn't even remember, didn't realize that was something that we always seem to do. So it's kind of something that's, I guess it's going to become a tradition. We'll have to see what happens next time. Hopefully we'll both have the opportunity to hang around again.
Well, it's one of those things you just don't want the weekend to end. I like to stick around.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Right.
I don't have any reason for it to end, so at least I didn't that time.
Well, maybe you guys need to extend the invitation to some others, and you can have some people join you. I won't be.
That's fine with me.
I will not be able to. So
I just give Kyle Frame, I guess, joined us, and he hung out with us for a little while, so it was fun.
All right. So I'm going to
that and
play some
David
music.
Hoban.
Dave Hoban.
Yeah, David Hoban. He
Hobie
showed up there the last
I'm going to play some music here and start to end off the official part of the podcast. So as we do that, you guys are welcome to stay and hang out. But this will be the official podcast exit. So for those of you watching live, stay with us here. But for everybody else, the show will end and you'll have to go to the website to get more stuff. But until then, holla.